So Bag-a-bon, the art of the bag, is back. And we're trying to find a face mask do-it-yourself, something you can do yourself. And there's like 211 million on the internet. But we found one that's kind of easy. Not the easiest, but kind of easy. And the only thing that you need are socks, filters, and ties. That's the little footies that you can buy, okay? And I bought like 4 of them, and I think you buy like 3 and you get the 4th one free. So it didn't cost that much. And then you're going to need filters, like coffee filters. Got 4 of those because we're going to make 4 masks. And then you're going to need the ties, the little hair ties. You'll need 2 for each mask. Does that make sense? Okay, so here we go. The first thing that you got to remember, and you're going to need scissors too, and needle and thread. So there's 4, and it came in a 4-pack, and I decided to just use the one that was my least favorite, because I thought if I messed up, at least I wasn't messing up the one that I thought was really kind of cute. The one with the strawberries is the one that I actually think is kind of cute. It's going to make a cute mask. So anyway, the first thing you have to do is cut out the toe of each footy. Just cut it right off. Okay, so you end up toeless. And then from there, you're going to cut along the bottom fold. Right there. Just cut off the toe and then cut the fold. Okay? And it's going to end up looking like this. Doesn't that look like a baby shirt? Kind of reminds me of a little toddler's shirt, little infant's shirt. But because there are 2 footies, you're going to end up with 2 of these. And once you have them together, then put the 2 good sides together. So like this is the good side, the darker gray, the more vibrant color. You're going to take that side and match it up, good sides together. And then it gets really easy, and it doesn't take any time from here, because the first thing you're going to do is sew along what would be the right-hand side. You're going to start at the top of that little curve at the top, and you're going to sew all the way down to the bottom. Just come straight down and sew that. Once you sew it, see that little seam? It's important that you just do one side, because you've got to add the ties before you sew the other side. So you put the ties in, and then you match up the other side. And then you're going to go ahead and sew that just like you did before. Now you can sew this side. Top all the way to the bottom. Once you finish doing that, and you should be having fun right about now, you're going to make sure that you pull the ties so that there's one on each side. Because now what you're going to do is sew the bottom portion. You're going to sew from one side straight to the other. But it's important that you have the ties so that when you sew it, you don't end up with 2 ties on one side. So you're going to sew it straight across. That's the bottom portion. And because this is that kind of stretchy fabric, it's kind of funny to straighten out. Sometimes it's kind of weird, feels kind of wonky at times, but you're just going to sew straight across. Now you're going to go to the top side that you haven't sewn yet, and here's the part that you got to listen to, because you are going to sew from like the last 3 inches of each side. So like from here all the way over to that seam, and from there to that seam, and you got to make sure that you leave a little bit in the middle open, because that's where you're going to put the filter in. Okay, so just remember that you're going to sew just a little bit. It's like 2 or 3 inches from there to there, and then from there to that seam. Leave that little bit opening right there so that you can add the filter in. Okay, and it's going to look like this when you're done. Now you're going to get that filter, and you have to cut the base of it. All the way around the base. It's just a circle. It's not a big deal, but it's just a circle. And you're going to stick that inside, and you're not going to stick it inside, you're reversing the side of it so that it goes back to the right side, and that's what it's going to look like. I'm just straightening out the filter that has now been stuck inside of it. It looks like that. Pretty easy, right? Live, laugh, love you a whole lot. Talk to you later, guys.